Hi, this is Marcey Rader, your productivity lead at RaderCo. I'm the principal contributor to the Health Powered Productivity podcast, where we give you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge in areas of productivity, health, and clutter that you can implement right away. Looking for ways to support our health powered productivity mission? We welcome donations to our tip jar, linked in the show notes. We encourage you to check out our RaderCo recommendations page on our site, where we list all of our favorite products, services, and apps. We get a little kickback and you get vetted tools that we use ourselves. Now, on with the show. When I think about the programs I use on a day-to-day basis, that if they were to disappear, how it would affect me and my business, there are several that I would feel lost and possibly even cry a few tears. But you can see all of them on our RaderCo recommendations page at helloraderco.com/recommendations. But I'm going to discuss 3 that I use daily that would be a super bummer if they were no longer available. The first one is Dashlane. If you get nothing else, get a password manager. I don't care if it's LastPass, 1Password, I don't care. But you need a password manager. If you're using the same password over and over again, it's easy to figure out. It's your pet's name, it's your grandkid's name, it's partly your birth date. You are just asking for your accounts to get hacked. So we use Dashlane personally and as our business. I pay for it for my support team. And this is a way for you to generate, store, and confidentially share your passwords. So when Dashlane is an extension, when I am opening up a new account, no matter what that is, even if it was like Instacart, then it would generate a crazy password that you would never make up on your own. It stores it so that anytime you go back to that site, it automatically will populate it. And you can't see it. It confidentially stores it. And if you are worried about, well, I don't know if this, if a password management system would, I don't know if they're safe. Let me tell you, they're safer than your Excel spreadsheet with all your passwords. They're safer than your sticky that you're using and repeatedly using the same password. I love it because of the sharing. And so I can share my passwords with anybody on my team, but in a limited way. They, with the restricted access, they can log on as me, but they can't see or get to the account information to see billing or to change the password. So we use the sharing. My technical specialist, Rhea, she has access, I want to say 80 plus different different accounts through Dashlane. And we've had people, we had a marketing specialist for a while, we've had some different people working with us for a while. When they left, what's great about it is you can just revoke their access to everything pretty much all at once. And then they just can't get to them anymore. So this is especially good so that you don't have to remember who you gave access to things for. You don't necessarily have to pay for extra accounts because they can log in as you. And it is much safer if, nobody's ever left us in a bad way, but in case they did. I love that it auto completes for me. I don't have to look up my passwords. And there's also ways for you to share or save your bank information, your credit card, your ACH. So I never have to look at that. I can just, enter it in. And then it has what I call the death setting. And I love, love, love this. What it means is that and I have 2 people that this is assigned to, my husband, of course, and my brother. And if something were to happen to me, then they would contact Dashlane. And within 48 hours, if I don't get back to them, Dashlane would try to contact me. If I don't get back to them within 48 hours, then they will give my brother, the entire, access to my account. And this would allow him to maybe get bank information if he needed it, because maybe I'm dead or I'm incapacitated in some way. I'm a very practical person, so sorry if that sounded harsh, but it will allow him to close out all my accounts and even know what accounts that I have. He could deactivate them, delete them. Nobody has to worry about some random auto renewal coming up for Amazon Prime, because he could see all those. So Dashlane, Dashlane, Dashlane. And if you wouldn't mind, if you're interested in Dashlane, help us out. And if you click on the link in the show notes, it is an affiliate link and you'll get a little something, like maybe a month free, and I get, I think, a month free or something. The next app that I love so much is called Focus Booster. And we use this as our time tracker and to track not just our hours, like maybe that we're spending for a client or whatever, but to see how we use our time. When I'm timing this podcast right now and how long it takes us to do a podcast. And regularly we will need to look and see, is this podcast worth it? Because, unless we get donations to the Community Love tip jar or people buy from the affiliate links, we don't have sponsors. And so, it's not a revenue source for us. So we have to look at it. We're going to look at it every season, see the hours that are involved, and was it worth it for us? Now, a lot of times people will see, they'll say like, oh, why don't you go back to 2 a week? Because right in the beginning we did 2 a week. And that first season, if it wasn't for Focus Booster, I would not have known between the three of us, me that writes and records, Lisa that creates the graphics and uploads them to the platforms, my husband that edits. It's about 2 hours for each episode. And, and that doesn't matter if it's a 4-minute or a 15-minute episode. It takes about 2 hours. And so we track those in Focus Booster. I also go and look and review my year, how much time am I spending in different places? That allowed me to know what type of assistant I needed. Am I spending too much time in marketing or whatever? It really helped me with taxes. I have a tag for taxes, so I'm working on my taxes. I know how long it takes me to do them. And I was able to tell my husband last year, okay, I need 2 Saturdays of this amount of time to do the taxes, because that's how long it took me last year. So Focus Booster. And if you go to Focus Booster, then you also get a little kickback. So if you click my link and you use Marcey 19, you'll get 30% off of any yearly or monthly plan. And that's a pretty good deal. Oh, and that's also my tracking timer to take breaks too. So I typically do a 50 minutes on, 5 to 10 minutes off, 50 on, 5 to 10 minutes off. In the morning, first thing in the morning, my first block, sometimes I'll do 90 minutes because I'm on fire in the morning. But then in the afternoons, if it's something I don't really like, then it might be 25 minutes. The next program I use all the time, every day, all day long, is Grammarly. And this is a grammar and proofreader right on your desktop. But if you write directly into Grammarly, which is what I do, you'll see suggestions based on what you want to communicate. You can change your settings to technical, business, casual, or creative. I use general as far as knowledge, and then creative. And then I want my tone to be optimistic and confident. And so I do not have the assistant on while I'm writing it, but then when I'm done writing it, I will turn that on and see the corrections that it wants to make. I don't accept all of them, but I do accept quite a few. And it'll also show you you use this word too much or something like that. With the paid version, at least with my version, and I do pay for it because I feel like it's worth it. It also reads does that in my email, in my Google Docs, in my Word docs. It does it pretty much in anything that I'm writing. So it has been awesome for, just, writing my blog posts, writing emails. And so I love, love, love Grammarly. And that, if you use our affiliate link, that also gives you a discount as well. So those are the 3 programs that if something were to happen to them, I would be upset because I use them all day, every day. And for more of our productivity tools that we use every day, don't forget to go to helloraderco.com/recommendations. And if you're interested in any of these, if you wouldn't mind clicking our affiliate link to just throw a few coins our way, we would appreciate it. And a lot of times you get something with that too, whether it's a discount or maybe a free month or something like that. So thanks again for listening to the RaderCo Health Powered Productivity Podcast. Thank you for listening to the RaderCo Health Powered Productivity Podcast. Please subscribe, leave a review, and forward this episode to at least one person you know could benefit. And can I ask a favor? If you felt this podcast was valuable, please consider supporting it by donating to our tip jar to continue giving you bite-sized nuggets of knowledge. And get your sneak peek of my latest book, Work Well, Play More, Productive, Clutter-Free, Healthy Living, One Step at a Time, with the novice behaviors from chapter 1 that includes how to deal with all those rings, pings, and buzzes, how to declutter your digital desktop and why it's important, and how to play hide and seek with your food to help with portion control. It's waiting for you at helloraderco.com/gift.